Can we just end this chat with some solutions? I mean, I've learned about the Empower movement from your program, and I've learned a little bit of some health tips. Do we have anything from the external perspective of what people can do? And I mean, you've already said to stand up for yourself as a human, but for those people that want direct action and some solutions right away, can you just share a little bit about what we can do?
Well, see, that is the only real direct action and direct solution, is to stand up for yourself. I mean, even with the Empower movement, what this is suggesting is liability notices, that you lodge liability notices against the government. Lodge an affidavit showing what damage the 5G does, because we know. Once you've lodged that as an affidavit in your country, it becomes a truth in law and stands as a truth in law until someone debunks it. And if you're putting what 5G does and you've shown all the damage, then they can't debunk it. And as soon as you've done that, then you can put a liability notice on the governor of your state, on the premier of your state, on the mayor of your county, the local mayor, the people, the power company who's coming around to put it on, the guy who's installing it. Give them all liability notices and say, you are going to be personally held liable, not your company, but you are going to be held personally liable, financially liable, for every minute that this thing is on my home. You know, get rid of the smart meters, because the smart meters is their access point. So that's one thing to help people understand it and spread awareness of what 5G is. But ultimately, there's not going to be any legal remedy. Not until we're prepared to call these people out for what they do. What they're doing is criminal. It's criminal. And if there is any law at all, then these people need to be subject to the same law that we're subject to. And if they're not, then there is no law. And we will revert to natural law. And the natural law should be that people are incredibly angry at what these people are doing, because they're all in abuse of office. You know, we're at a real turning point in history here, and we've got to stop looking at this as finding ways of putting band-aids on the symptoms that these people create. You know, until we're prepared to look at the root cause of the problem, we're going to keep trying to put these band-aids on, and the problem's never, ever going to go away. It's going to keep coming back in another direction. We've got to understand that we have no transparency in our governments. They're a criminal organization that is all working together, and you can tell just by the hardship that your life is in. Everybody, the fact that you have to struggle to survive so much under the weight of this system, it's all contrived. And all they do is pay themselves more money and start more wars and do all this stuff, bring in all this fluoride and vaccinate you and put their smart prison system around you and all the things they're doing. It's a joke. And we're at a turning point here. There is no legal remedy. We have to stand up for ourselves, darling, and now's the time to do it.
And there's some success stories too that are happening with activists. So I think the more we see those successes happen, the more we're going to feel like our voice matters. Because I think right now I hear a lot of, well, I can't do anything and I can't do, but you actually can. And if you just take that little bit of action towards stopping this on your private property. Whether or not we can stop the smart cities, I'm not sure, but we can definitely.
Like I said, they wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the fact the world's run by criminals. We don't want these smart meters and this surveillance and monitoring of our homes, and they have managed to stop smart meters in Hawaii.
Right, and New Mexico, I think, as well. That was a good.
There's a huge action taking place in New Mexico from a woman who actually heard my show and went right out there and powered through it. And she's been sending me these emails saying, wow, I've created this huge groundswell. So 5G is uniting people, because people are realizing the health damages this is going to do. And the World Health Organization, there's doctors, scientists, all sorts of people screaming out up in arms about this, but the media simply isn't reporting it. So just go out there and Google 5G dangers, 5G protests, 5G action groups. Find out what you can do in your local community and get involved, and don't allow these people to get away with this. Understand what they're doing with this system is they are causing harm. And you will not allow harm to be caused against you. That's the basis of our entire legal system. So how can they legally claim the right to cause harm against you, which is what they're doing? So look at it from that perspective, and you will make a difference.